Wednesday. I think everything's working. I got my mic on, my camera, my webcam is on. You guys know who I am. My name is there. Let me just check to see if I'm live on Facebook. Camera, my webcam whoa, wait. I guess I am, right? Okay, let me share that. Okay. New. Oh, wow. This is not how I wanted to start my first episode for 2021 with the self confidence revolution. Sounds pretty awesome, right? And I hope that you guys all get a lot out of it. Let me just finish typing this out so I can share it on my other Facebook platforms. New. I should have, what I think I'll do. Okay, what I want to share is sometimes we wait till we have it perfected, till we feel we have it dialed in on every situation, scenario, every worst case situation that can come up. We have a plan for it. And what happens is we just keep going on this cycle, right? This vicious circle where we just go round and round on trying to think of situations that could occur and then find ways to mitigate it. Well, now I know because I went live that have something pre-written in my notes and then just copy and paste it into Facebook so I don't have to literally type it. So now I know. I would not have known to do that if I just didn't go straight to live. Hi everybody, welcome. February 17th. I'm trying to take us into the future, 2021. Wow, what a year, right? I've been MIA for a while. My last episode, I think, was, gosh, late November, early December. I'm not quite sure, but shame on me for that. That's not me leading by example. That is not me being that high performer on who shows up for you. Oh, got a little itch in my nose. All right, I'm still trying to do this. Did I go live on LinkedIn? I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that. Okay, how am I gonna tries on what other? I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, what other high? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna check on LinkedIn right now. For all those who don't know who I am Renee Dominguez. I'm the founder and CEO of Empowered Leadership. And you might be wondering, well, why do I care about that? Well, you care because I'm here. I have a purpose. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what is our purpose. And I don't think I'm live on LinkedIn because I'm not seeing myself, which is very sad because that's kind of the whole point, right? And I don't, oh my gosh, Renee, just like a hot mess right now. But you know what? I'm not going to stop. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I guess I'm not live on LinkedIn. It's okay. I'm here for who is here watching with me. I will figure out what's going on. I don't know. It's so sad. So sad. Oh, wait, no, I am. Okay. All right. So today, what are we going to talk about? Self Confidence Revolution, episode 1. How exciting is that? So, why should you be here with me? Why should you care? There's so many people who are online who are all saying pretty much the same things. Well, I'm going to take a different perspective. I'm going to come with a different angle. I'm actually going to give you the strategies, the tools, the resources, the blueprint for you to create your next level of success. So, no matter if you're working in an organization or you're running your own business, this is a place for you. This is a place where you can interact, where you can get involved in being part of a community, be part of what else is going on. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at my chat just to see who else is here. Okay. Can't put okay. Chat. All right. Thank you for being here with me. So what I want to talk about today, which I'm already off to a horrible start. It's okay. It's all about one step in front of the other, right? It's all about taking massive action. Is for me, it's about taking imperfect, messy action. And that's what I'm doing today. 2021 is about just taking action. So I was recently in a room with top performers, virtually, of course, and here's what was discussed as areas we all need for our own success and confidence. So I'm going to share four topics that I captured. It was these were the four main topics. There were more, but these were the four main topics that we were all in deep conversation about as high performers in our organization, as high performers, as business leaders, as business owners. These are the four things that we constantly need to be focusing on. These are the four things that we constantly need to be learning. So let's go ahead and get started with the number one topic, which I actually talked about and trained on this week with my community. Courage. Write that down. Courage. Courage. The quality you need the most in life and business. Courage. Courage is a quality. It's a quality of like, I am the type of person that shows up even when I'm afraid. I'm the type of person that shows up when I'm not feeling so confident about myself. Benjamin Mee wrote a book called We Bought a Zoo. If you recall, there was a movie based on this a few years ago. Here's a quote from him. Sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage. Just 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery. And I promise you, something great will come out of it. Well, those are Benjamin's words. And you know what? Sometimes you don't even need 20 seconds of bravery. It could just be one second of bravery, just saying, I will do it. That takes a lot of courage just to even say those words. Even if you just say them in your head, I encourage you to say them out loud. It will have a different impact on your body. I posed this question to my group this week. What do you need to step into courage? What do you need to step into courage? What will change if you don't do this? And what will change if you do? That's pretty awesome, right? If I step into courage, what will change? If I don't step into courage, what will never happen for me that I want? And it's not about moving mountains and thinking I have to create this way of operating to be able to climb this monstrous. Why am I trying to say a word that is a tongue twister to me? This huge mountain. Let's use that word. You don't need to go to that extreme. It's all about moving little pebbles out of your way, moving little petals out of your way, creating a path for you. That takes courage. And that's all you need to do is one pebble at a time. Keep putting them off to the side. Before you know it, these pebbles are creating bigger mounds and you're creating a longer path for yourself. So if you answer this one question every night for the next 30 days, I promise you, your world will transform. And that question is, and write this down. Actually, let me put it also in the captions so that you can also see it. So let me grab that really quickly. All right. Where is it? Okay. The question is, what was one small act of courage I took today? What was one small act of courage I took today? Ask yourself that each night for 30 days and then write down, what did I do? Did I just have a positive thought when I normally would have had a negative thought? Did I speak up when normally I would not have spoken up? Did I share an idea that normally I wouldn't have and I've been keeping it to myself? What was that one small of courage that you took? Cheers. Mm. Oh, that's good. I made a tea latte, hibiscus tea latte. It is so good. All right. The number two thing that was discussed in this room of high performers is knowing and understanding your purpose. Now, I know if you are in the corporate world, this is something that we don't talk about. This is not something we even think about. And I can say from firsthand experience, this is not anything that I had been made aware of. Talking about my purpose, my why, like what is that all about? I don't know what that is. We don't think like that. And in one of my recent client intensives, I asked her, "What is your why? What do you feel is your purpose?" If you don't have clarity around this, you'll continue to let negativity bring you down. She had a pause on this because this was something that just I could see her just go like, "Woof." She was like, she didn't know how to process the words that I was sharing with her. It took her outside her comfort zone. My purpose, my why, what are you talking about? I'm just trying to crush it. I'm just trying to start a business. I'm just trying to grow in my career. I'm just trying to get to that next level of success in my career path. And you're asking me about my why and my purpose? And I asked her this because she was coming from a place of scarcity. She was coming from a place with carrying a lot of anxiety. She was coming from a place where she felt this tension and weight on her, that everything felt like a ton of bricks on her. And she was struggling moving, struggling one step in front of the other. It was a struggle. She didn't know how to do that. But yet she was trying to create something incredible, but she had this weight holding her down. So when I asked her about her why and her purpose, that was to let go of that ton of bricks that were on her and to let go of the stress, let go of the anxiety, let go of other people's opinions of what she should be doing, how she should be acting, what she should be doing in her career or in her business. Let go, shed all that, and then come back to your why. This is why she kinda like, "Whoop." It was like a deer in headlights looking at me. So when things get hard, and I guarantee they will, I'm sure you all know that, you need to know your why, otherwise you will freeze in fear. If you don't know your why am I trying to speak on stage? Why am I trying to speak in front of my executives? Because that's what's expected of me. Okay, so other people's expectations are now on you. So now you put yourself out there, but because you're not tapped into your why do I want to speak in front of my executives? What do I have to say that I want them to hear? If you don't know what that is, that's when fear takes over, and that's why you freeze. Knowing your purpose is what is going to transform how you show up. When you know your why, I want to show up and speak in front of my executives because I know that I have this idea that is going to be a game changer for the business. I know why I want to speak on stage because I have a message that needs to be heard that no one else is speaking about. So when you have that why and then fear comes in and you have to tap into courage, you're able to tap into your why, which is what will catapult you forward. If you're not in touch with your why, you have nothing to spring you forward. You don't have that momentum to get you to where you want to go, to push you, across that start line or past the finish line. Could be either one, depending where you are in your journey. For the longest time, I did not know my why. I didn't know I was meant to. I honestly thought I was meant to live each and every day as a struggle. Each and every day was going to be hard. Each and every day was going to be stressful. Each and every day I was going to carry anxiety, not knowing how I was going to pay bills, how I was going to buy food. None of that ever happened, but I had that mindset that any day I'm going to be homeless. Can anyone else relate to me with that? Any day I'm going to be homeless. Everyone's going to find out I'm a fraud and I'm going to be homeless. So, because I'm not going to have a job and no one ever is going to hire me. That was just my fear. That was my fear of not knowing, my fear of not allowing myself to grow in my personal and professional development, not allowing myself to be mentored by others. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know I could be mentored by others. I thought that was only for C-suite executives. I thought only they got coaches, they got mentorship, they got sponsorships from an organization. I didn't know that someone like me could get that because nobody was talking to me. There was no one saying, "I can help you." So I came up with stories in my head, which held me down. It kept me frozen for so long. Can anyone else relate to that? Kept me frozen for so long. I didn't know that I was meant to change the lives of high performing people. But I had to go through all that learning lessons. Some people would say that those were failures. I say that they were learning lessons. People could say those were hardships. I'm saying that they're learning lessons. Someone can say those are trials and tribulations. I'm saying that they were learning lessons. I had to go through those first in order to gain the knowledge and skills that I now use today in my business. I come from a place of speaking from authenticity. I come from a place of speaking from personal experience. I come from a place from not just knowing from my experience in the corporate world, but also from my education, also from the market research I had been doing. Coming, it all taps in. I tap into it all from my 20 plus years of experience of being a high performer and creating community and bringing people together. But at the time, I didn't see the vision. I just was one foot in front of the other, one day to the next. I didn't know that there was a bigger purpose for me until other people saw what I was not able to see. But I'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. So, see, I secretly locked confidence, which no one knew about. I locked in confidence, lack of confidence, I should say. I locked in the lack of confidence within me because others saw me a certain way. They didn't know I felt like a fraud. And it kept me playing small in my career and also in my business. Who can relate to that? That your fear has kept you playing small. For a coach who works with talented, successful, empowered leaders, you see, I've become really good at noticing when powerful people are holding themselves back. I'm gifted at drawing out people's superpowers. I'm going to say a good 75 to 80% of the people that come to me for one reason. And I'm able to tap into something that they were not even aware of and then create something so much more. And I don't even want to say it's a 10x of it because it's so much more. I had a client who came to me, I want to be a mechanical engineer. This was his degree, his background, his experience, but he wasn't really feeling it. And I'm like, let's go deeper. What's going on? Ooh, you have a side business. Oh, you're doing something that you saw there was an opportunity. There was something that no one else was doing in the marketplace, and you seize that opportunity and you went all in on it. Well, let's go all in on that again together. Well, let's just say that he's no longer looking for a job as a mechanical engineer. He fully allowed himself to step into the CEO mindset. He puts his CEO hat on and he shows up each and every day with that mindset. It has transformed his business. It has transformed his mindset. It has transformed his behavior, his energy. And that's because I was able to see what he was not able to see. I was able to draw that out. That's one of my superpowers. So, what I do today, I help powerful people remember how powerful they are. I'm not in the business of coaching, I'm in the business of changing the world. I'm on a mission, and it is starting with the self-confidence revolution. So that's why I'm here today talking to the universe, sharing what other powerful people are saying and talking about in small, intimate conversations. So now your purpose is the reason you do what you do that makes you feel fulfilled. You've probably been doing it for some time, your whole entire life, and not be aware or even notice what your superpowers are, what fuels you up, what gets you excited. You may call it a hobby because you're afraid you don't have the courage yet to call it something bigger. So, as I was sharing with you, one of my superpowers is seeing what others can't see for themselves. They can't see it because it comes so naturally to them that it must not count. It doesn't take that much energy, so it doesn't count. I can do it without thought, so it doesn't count. I don't have blood, sweat, and tears behind it, so it doesn't count. Well, I'm here to tell you it does count, and it counts in more ways than you'll ever know. The number 3 topic that was discussed in this small, intimate room with other high performers is, what do we bring to the table that no one else is? What do we bring to the table that no one else is? We're all looking. Am I doing something different? Am I doing something extraordinary? Am I showing up as a high performer, or am I playing it safe? Am I just regurgitating what other people are doing, or am I putting my own flavor, my own spin into it? Am I showing up as me and doing me, or am I trying to replicate someone else's behavior, someone else's thoughts? It is your empathy, your skill sets, your knowledge, your expertise, your creativity, your vision is what makes you different that no one else can do because they don't have that package. Only you do. One person may look at a problem and say, this is going to be impossible. And you see the same problem and you see all its possibilities. It's pretty awesome, right? All right. So, for the fourth topic that was discussed with other high performers was, we need to focus on one main idea. How many of you can relate to being scattered all over the place, working a little bit on this, a little bit on that? Guilty as charged. And we run the risk of burnout. We run the risk of, I put all my time and energy into something and it didn't have an ROI, return on investment. It didn't produce what I wanted it to produce. So this room of high performers said we need to focus on one thing, one main idea. We live in a world of how fast can we read a book? Speed up the listening speed on a audible web webinar. I'm guilty as charged. I do that. We speed through reading an ebook. We consume books and we never take action because we're all about go, 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 go. Instant gratification. Charlie Munger, who was Warren Buffett's longtime business partner, once said, take a simple idea and take it seriously. Take a simple idea and take it seriously. Commit to the idea and study it so much that its implications have become second nature to you. That's a lot of commitment to one thing. And I know you can do it because when we can laser focus on one idea and remove all those other things, put them for future reference, future use to be looked at a later time, we laser focus on one idea, anything's possible. For me, for the past 4 years, I built a business around a single idea. Fascinating people. It points to being surrounded by fascinating and amazing people in my community and being surrounded by them. And that's you if you're watching this. My commitment to one idea has allowed me to be creative, has allowed me to create a community, has allowed me to be surrounded by fascinating and exciting people. And that excites me. And that's what energizes me. And that's what gets me up in the morning. That's what gets me creative and want to do more, to show up more with that one idea. What interesting conversation can I have today with an interesting person? Just have conversations, one person at a time. Imagine that in 5 years' time, you've become known for taking one simple idea seriously and made magic out of it. What would it be? So, this topic is about courage, confidence. What do we do when we are in doubt of our idea? We are in doubt of our vision, our goal, our aspirations. What do we do when we are in doubt? Well, fear takes over, right? Fear keeps us frozen. Fear keeps us playing small. Fear tells us, who do you think you are? Fear tells us no one cares about what you have to say. No one cares about what you're doing. Fear tells us someone else is doing it better, so don't bother. All those stories, all those scenarios keep us frozen. So, what do we do when we are in doubt? Well, we all have had times when we doubted ourselves. That's just human nature. And it's almost certain you've experienced a moment of wondering, am I on the right path? Wondering, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? I always worry about that. Am I focusing on the right thing? Is this the right thing I should be doing? Am I saying the right thing? Am I showing up in the right places? Is my business in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know. All these doubts come in and they do keep me frozen. I'm going to admit that. Full transparency. It keeps me frozen. But what keeps me from not being stuck is I have the tools on how to break through that. I might be frozen for a slight second, but then I have the self-awareness to tap into my tools, tap into the resources, tap into the energy, my why, my purpose. Sometimes others feel your doubt. And when they feel that, they push you, they encourage you, they motivate you because they know you're ready. They know you can do it. They know that this is what you're meant to be doing. That's why 4 years ago, women I did not know pushed and encouraged me to start my business. I did not know these ladies. These ladies did not know each other. This was a span of 8 months. Different women all telling me the same thing. You need to start a business and help women like us because there's no one talking to us. They saw what I couldn't see for myself. If you're looking for a community of like minded people who will encourage you, will push you, and will motivate you outside your comfort zone, then I welcome you to my new upcoming community. We will get together for an intensive every 90 days virtually for now. There will be coaching sessions in between. And it's all about being around like-minded people who are all on the same journey with each other. We have learned behavior that has us operating and thinking in certain ways. And it's also those habits that hold us back from success. I tell my clients, you cannot remove an old behavior, an old habit until you can replace it with something new. So many times people say, I'll just stop that and do that. Well, I tell them it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. In order to you can't just say, "I'm gonna stop it." You have to put a plan in place and then a new plan in place of removing that old habit. So I want you to imagine that you no longer have to feel stuck. You no longer have to feel frustrated. You no longer will feel alone. And you now get to dream of what is possible for you so you can step into your purpose with courage and confidence. I wish I had that when I was in the corporate world. I always felt alone. I felt there was no community. My personal experience, I'm not speaking for anyone else. This is my personal experience that if there were women working under the same roof, I could not confide in them. I could not go to them because they would use it against me because they felt if we can hold one other woman down, then that gives me the opportunity for that next level success. And that's how it was. And it was so unhealthy. And it was so toxic. And I didn't know there was other communities out there because there was no one talking to me saying, you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to figure it out by yourself. You don't have to feel stuck and frustrated. Come into a community where we will embrace you. Come into a community where you can learn the skills, the strategies, and create the blueprint that's designed and curated just for you so you can achieve what your purpose is. I want to share the 4% rule. To perform at your best, you need to take on challenges just 4% greater than your skills. I'll repeat that. To perform at your best, you just need to take on challenges just 4% greater than your skills. So I'm going to leave you with these couple questions. I hope that you write them down, grab a pen, write these down, and I want you to ask yourself these questions. And then let's see. Okay, just checking to see what was in the chat. And I'll get back. I'll get to that. I want you to answer these questions. Do you have your own high pressure community? And you might be, what? Oh, who wants to be in a high pressure community? High pressure community just means getting you to outside your comfort zone. If you stay in a community where it's comfortable, you will never change. Change comes through discomfort. So are you in a community that pushes you outside your comfort zone, but also gives you the support, the encouragement, and the motivation to do it? The second question, do you surround yourself with people who inspire you? Are you surrounded by people that you feel like I'm the dumbest person in the room? I need to uplevel my game so I can be on the same playing field as them. Or are you surrounded by people who are always trying to bring you down, who have negativity, who their energy just feels yucky? The third question, do you take on challenges greater than your skills again and again and again? You're like, whoa, what is up with that question, Renee? Do you take on challenges greater than your skills again and again and again? What does that mean? That means, I'll use me as an example. I started my business and I had to show up with this high level confidence that I didn't feel I had. So I had to rise to that challenge on I may not be this person, but I see her and I know she's there and I'm going to keep stepping into that vision I have. That was a challenge I had to step into each and every day and build up that mindset, build up that skill set on what does that person look like? And I had to create an alter ego. And I did. And when Renee can get the oomph in her to do what she wants to do, she taps into her alter ego, and her alter ego says, I got this. I got you, boo. Don't worry. I got you. So you want to take on challenges that push you outside your comfort zone and that are greater than your current situation or your current skill set. And then the last question I want to leave you with, if you're interested in no, that wasn't a question. This is the last statement. Sorry about that. If you're interested in learning more, I'm going to put this here for you. I want you to text me. I was going to first say email me, but then I'm like, texting so much easier. I don't know about you, but I text a lot. So I'm always texting. So it's just so much easier. I don't have to go on my email. I don't have to put a subject line. I don't have to hit compose. I don't have to do all that stuff. If you're interested in learning more on being part of a community that is going to help you grow. It's going to help you tap into your why and your purpose. It's going to help you grow in your courage and your confidence and really create and curate the blueprint that is designed specifically for you on what you need to do for next level success. What do you need to do to achieve the success that you know you're meant to achieve, to do the work you know you're meant to do? Some of us have this opportunity right now. Mel Robbins said 2020 was the year of the pause. We got to slow it down, and we got to really take stock in, where is my life? And what I mean, where is my life is like, where is my life in regards to, where are my goals? Where's my life in regards to the vision I had for myself? Am I showing up as that version of myself who I always had pictured in my head as a child? Or am I just living paycheck to paycheck because I thought I needed to buy all these toys? I had to spend lots of money. And now all those toys are sitting because I can't go anywhere. I thought I had to live this lifestyle to impress other people when it was sucking the soul out of me. And now you get to reassess. How do I want to design? Yes, design. How do I want to design my life? How do I want to design the way I show up? What do I really want to do? Do I want to go back to the grind and working 10 plus hours and being stressed and being yelled at and being talked down to and being disrespected and not feeling empowered? Or do I want to rise up and say, I bet on me? I bet on me. I'm going all in on me. I have a vision and I know I can do it. And I can do it because I'm in a safe container of a community of like minded people who are going to support me, who are going to challenge me, who are not going to let me get away with excuses, who are going to be my champions. And I'm going to learn from each and every one of them. If you're looking for this type of community and you're looking for this type of purpose for yourself and gaining the tools on facing fear, tapping into courage, and showing up with unshakable self confidence, I welcome you and I encourage you to be part of this community. Again, text me, just type in community. I'm going to personally reach out to you, not an assistant, but me. I'm going to reach out to you. Because what did I say earlier was my purpose and my why? It was having conversations with fascinating and interesting people, one conversation at a time. So I'm happy to do that because that's what I do. Again, I'm not in the business of coaching. I'm in the business of changing the world one person, one conversation at a time. Thank you so much. And until next time when we do episode 2, I don't even know what that's going to be yet because I am just figuring this out as I go. I have so much information and I'm just like, how do I put this in a container where it can make sense? Because it's just, whew, just an overflow of so much abundant information and so exciting. And I'm just like a kid in a candy store. I'm just grabbing it all. And now it's time to lay it all out and make sense out of it. So I'm excited to do that. And it energizes me. It charges me up getting to do this. I know it's going to make a difference. And just a thought I had right now, when we start, we think no one's going to show up. No one's going to listen to us. When Tony Robbins did his first conference, do you know that only 2 people showed up? And he easily could have said, I'm done. I'm done. Only 2 people showed up. I was expecting 1,000 people. 2 people showed up. But you know what? He's like, I'm going to give those 2 people the best experience that they've ever had. And then I'm going to invite them to come back and bring one other person. And then he just kept doing that and doing that and doing that. And look where he's at now. He never gave up because he had the vision. He knew his purpose and he knew his why. Started with 2 people showing up and he didn't give up. If you really look back and read the stories of great speakers, great leaders, some of them started in a room all by themselves, started in a garage with a friend, started in a restaurant banquet room to speak to people, and the only people that showed up were the workers of the restaurant. We all start somewhere, but that just makes us stronger. It's just like working out. I'm building up those muscles. I'm building up those muscles. Nothing's gonna hold me back. I'm gonna keep building them. No one's gonna hold me back. I'm gonna keep building them. I'm gonna keep getting stronger. All right. Well, that's it for now. That's all I got. Let's see. All right. Thank you so much. If you have, again, text me, text community. I'm going to connect with you. I'm happy to do that. If you have any questions, you want any feedback, you want to hop on a call, again, text me and let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. All right. Thanks.